Archangel Michael says, "Your mother in heaven has finally broken through. She's begging you to hear this before it disappears forever." Have you been feeling that lump in your throat for no reason lately? Waking up at night with her name on your lips? Did you hear her favorite song playing in the grocery store last week and feel like your knees almost gave out? That wasn't nostalgia. That wasn't memory. That was her. I am Archangel Michael, and I was commanded to bring you this message because she has been weeping before the throne of heaven, crying out for one more chance, one more moment to reach you before it's too late. She has seen the weight you've been carrying, the grief you never speak of, the quiet, hidden ache that no one else understands, not even those closest to you. And she says, "Tell them I never left. Tell them I'm still here. Tell them I remember everything they don't say out loud." You've brushed off the chills. You've dismissed the moments when you thought someone whispered your name in an empty room. But she has been with you, praying over your pillow, walking the halls of your home before dawn. And tonight, she got permission from God Himself to reach you through me. This message will not repeat. This opening won't last forever. What she needs to say cannot wait until tomorrow. It's personal. It's spiritual. It's sacred. And if you keep scrolling, you will miss the moment she's been fighting to give you. Don't do that to her again. Don't silence her love one more time. She's speaking through me now. Please. Listen. Archangel Michael says, "I was there the night she whispered your name into heaven's wind. It wasn't loud. It wasn't thunder. It was a sound the soul makes when love refuses to die. A sound only eternity can hear. And I, Michael, heard it. And now I've come to answer it. You thought it was your imagination. That moment when you were sitting at the kitchen table and felt someone standing behind you. You looked. No one was there. But something in your chest tightened, didn't it? That was not just your memory. That was her, reaching. The sigh that escaped your lips when you touched that old sweater in the closet. The shiver that ran down your spine when you found her handwriting on a forgotten recipe card. The warmth you felt when you passed by her picture, like her hand was still blessing your shoulder. She's been trying. In dreams you've forgotten the moment you woke up. In songs that shouldn't have played but did. In numbers. Her birthday, your old address, the time she used to call, that now seem to follow you everywhere. She's been trying to say something. You see, there are things she couldn't tell you before she left. Her breath was short. The days were blurry. And your heart, oh, your heart was already breaking even while you held her hand. So she waited. But heaven has no clocks like earth. And tonight the cry of her spirit was louder than all the angels. She begged, not for herself, but for you, for your healing, for your clarity, for your peace. And God answered her prayer by sending me. You need to understand this. You didn't miss the signs. You just didn't believe she was allowed to send them. But I'm here to confirm what your soul already knows. Yes, when the light flickered in your hallway, that was her. Yes, when your favorite mug was mysteriously out of place, that was her. Yes, when you dreamt of her saying your name, it wasn't just your brain remembering. It was her spirit arriving. There is no distance too great for love that's holy. She says you've been carrying something you never talk about. That guilt you feel? She sees it. That moment you think you failed her. She remembers it differently. She says you loved me perfectly. You did enough. You gave me peace in my final days. And she wants to give you peace now. But you have to listen. There is something she needs to pass to you. Not a letter. Not an object. A message. A key. Something sacred. And if your heart stays closed, if you keep convincing yourself that you're just imagining things, you will miss it. She's been walking your hallways, praying over your doorway, touching your shoulder in church when no one else was there. You've felt her, and now you must believe it. She's saying, "Tell them I forgive them for what they've held against themselves. Tell them I see their pain. Tell them I haven't missed one day. I still rise when they rise. I still watch them sleep." This is not fantasy. This is faith. This is love crossing dimensions. The whisper you ignored is now a voice. My voice. Her voice. Heaven's voice. Don't run from this moment. She said you'll doubt this message, but your heart will know it's real. That's why she's sending a sign. In the next 48 hours, you'll hear something. Maybe a voice that sounds like hers. Maybe a message from someone unexpected. Maybe a smell in the room that shouldn't be there. When it happens, don't brush it off. That will be her. One last time. Not haunting, helping, not lingering, leading. You asked for a sign. You begged in silence, and she came. But you ignored the whisper. Don't ignore the voice. I, Archangel Michael, am standing by your spirit now, holding open the veil between worlds for just a moment longer. She is watching. She is weeping, not with sadness, but with joy that her message finally reached you. Now you must answer. Will you open your heart and let her in? Will you stop pretending you're okay, just to survive the day? Will you speak to her tonight, even if only in a whisper? She will hear you. Speak now. Don't wait, because after this window closes, the silence may return, and you both have waited long enough. Archangel Michael says, I watched her do it again this morning, just as the sun began to peek through your window. She walked softly through your home, blessing each corner with a love that does not die. She touched your doorframe and whispered protection over your coming and going. She traced her fingers across the pictures on your wall and prayed strength over your memories. She stood near your bed and said your name the way only a mother can, full of love, full of covering. You didn't hear her, but your soul did. I am Archangel Michael, and I need you to understand this. She is not gone. Not in the way the world defines gone. Her body may have returned to the dust, but her spirit, oh beloved, her spirit is alive and active. She has become part of heaven's watchtower over your life. She does not sleep. She does not grow tired. She does not miss a single moment. And every day since her transition, she has been at work, guarding, guiding, weeping when you weep, and rejoicing when you breathe deep and laugh again. There is a grace on your home because of her. There were nights you almost broke, but somehow you made it through. Not because you were strong, but because she was there. She placed her hands on your heart when the grief surged too suddenly. She whispered peace when you sat in the quiet and wondered how to go on. She stirred up that old memory that made you smile, just when you needed to be reminded that love still lingers. There's a reason your home feels different in certain rooms, a reason you can't bring yourself to throw away some of her things. It's not just sentiment, it's sacred connection. Her essence still abides there. You may think you're alone, but you never are. She has been your unseen guardian, speaking to me on your behalf. Michael, she says often, don't let them give up. Don't let them forget who they are. Don't let them think I've stopped caring. And I obey her prayers. That's why I'm here. Do you remember that time you lost something important and then found it in the most unexpected place? She led you there. That dream you had where she was smiling, younger, vibrant, glowing. That wasn't just your brain. That was her showing you she's healed, whole, and watching. You've cried. I just wish I could feel her one more time. But my child, you already have. Every sudden warmth, every out-of-place scent, every gust of air that came through a closed window. That was her. She is not silent. She is not distant. She is near. When you speak to her, she hears you. When you break down in the kitchen, she rushes to hold you. When you say her name out loud, heaven gives her permission to draw even closer. And this is what she's been waiting for. A moment when you would pause long enough to let her love come through. To let yourself believe, just believe, that maybe she really is still blessing your home, still covering your steps, still walking the same halls she once did. She wants you to know this. You are not failing. You are not forgotten. You are not broken beyond repair. She has seen the strength you've shown, even when you felt weakest. She has seen how you keep showing up for others, even while your heart aches in silence. And she wants you to know. She is proud of you, so deeply, undeniably proud of you. If she could speak through your walls, she would say, I see you making it through the days I never got to. I see you becoming the version of yourself I always dreamed you'd become. I see you carrying me in your laughter, your decisions, even your stubbornness. And I'm so proud. So don't be afraid to talk to her. You don't need a ritual. You don't need the perfect words. Just say her name. Whisper your thoughts. Let your heart open. Because when you do, when you truly believe she's still present, something changes. You'll feel her, not as a ghost, but as a gift, a warmth in the silence, a comfort in the storm. And know this, when you sleep, she sits beside your bed. When you worry, she goes to heaven and asks the angels to help. When you smile, she leans closer and kisses your soul. You have not lost her. You've gained a guardian. Her hands still bless your home. And every blessing she speaks is echoed in heaven. You're not alone. You never were. Archangel Michael says, there was something she could never say. Not because she didn't want to, but because the pain was too deep, the timing never right, and your heart was already holding too much. So she carried it silently to heaven. And even there, where tears are rare, She wept for this one truth that never found its way to your ears while she was still on earth. But now she has permission. And I, Michael, have been sent to release what her soul has longed to say. You need to hear this. Please don't look away. Your mother carried her own grief. Grief she thought she had to protect you from. She hid her regrets like folded letters tucked deep in a drawer. She never wanted you to see how she questioned herself, how she second-guessed the choices she made, especially the ones that touched your life. She watched you grow and wondered if she was too strict, or not strict enough, if she pushed you away, or held you too tightly, if she missed the signs when you were hurting, or if her own wounds made her blind to yours. She always wanted to be your safe place, but she knew she wasn't perfect. There were moments she replayed in her mind while lying awake at night. Words she wished she could take back. Times she should have said, "I'm sorry." Times she should have said, "I'm proud." And especially times she should have said, "I see how much you're trying." But she didn't say it. Not because she didn't feel it, but because the heaviness of life clouded the moment. And before she could speak it, the moment passed. Now she speaks it through me. She says, "I'm sorry for the things I didn't understand. I'm sorry for the way my fears sometimes became your burdens. I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to be strong, even when you were falling apart." And she adds this, urgently. None of that was your fault. Not then. Not now. You were never too much. You were never not enough. You were exactly what my heart needed, even on the days I didn't know how to say it. My beloved, she saw you. She saw the moments you hid your emotions just to keep the peace. She saw how you sat quietly, aching for her approval, afraid to disappoint. She saw the way you held your breath when she was in pain, hoping your silence would somehow take hers away. And now she wants you to exhale, to finally breathe, to stop carrying the pressure of fixing what was never yours to fix. She said, "Tell them the wound wasn't theirs. It was mine. And now that I'm whole, I want to make them whole too." You see, her silence back then wasn't rejection. It was confusion. It was exhaustion. It was a heart-fighting battle she never told anyone about. And if you could have seen what she fought behind those closed doors, the fears, the memories, the shame, you would have known how deeply she needed your love, even when she didn't know how to ask for it. But now she asks. From the realm of glory, she asks, "Let me love you now, without all the fear. Let me speak to the wounds I once caused. Let me hold the younger version of you that still flinches when her name is brought up." She knows you've tried to be strong. She knows how hard it's been to forgive, and yet how much harder it's been to forget. So she's saying, you don't have to forget, you just have to heal, and I will help you. The moment she left this earth, heaven gave her new eyes, eyes that now see you fully, not just as the child she raised, but as the soul she still loves. And her love is not bound by time. It flows even now into this moment. That heaviness you feel as you read this, that's her love colliding with your pain. Let it wash over you. You don't need to pretend anymore. You don't need to carry unanswered questions like anchors in your chest. She's answering them now. Yes, she loved you. Yes, she saw you. Yes, she wishes she'd said it more. And yes, she's saying it now. You are her joy. You were always enough. You still are. The wound she couldn't heal while alive. Heaven has healed it now. And now she wants to help heal yours. Let her. Let this be the moment when grief begins to loosen its grip. When your tears stop feeling like punishment and start feeling like release. When her memory no longer haunts you but holds you. She's here. And I, Archangel Michael, am holding open the spiritual doorway for you to finally feel what she never had the chance to say. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm proud. I never left. Archangel Michael says, she didn't just leave you love. She left you a legacy. And whether you realize it or not, you are walking in the prayers she whispered when no one else heard. You are living inside the ripple of the seeds she sowed in silence. And your destiny, yes, your destiny, is still carrying the echo of her voice. I saw it. I heard it. The way she would speak your name at night, long after the lights were off. How she'd whisper into the darkness. Let their life be full of light. Let them do what I never got to. And those words didn't vanish into air. They reached heaven. They reached me. And heaven answered. Child, listen to me closely. You've been wondering if your life still has meaning. You've questioned whether your best years are behind you. You've said things like, it's too late for me, and maybe I missed my moment. But your mother in heaven, she says otherwise. She says your moment hasn't been missed, it's only been delayed. And that delay wasn't a denial, it was protection. Heaven held the doors closed until you were ready, until your heart could believe again, until your grief could be turned into gold. Because what's coming next isn't just about you. It's about what she carried, what she prayed for, what she hoped you'd see before her time ran out. And now, finally, you're beginning to see it. That longing in your spirit to start again, that dream that came back to life this week, that sudden burst of hope that didn't make sense, that was her voice, still alive in your bones. She didn't just raise you, she launched you. Every bit of strength she gave with the expectation that you would finish what she started, that you would go where she didn't have time to go, that you would heal what she didn't know how to heal, that you would love louder, risk bigger, walk freer. And guess what? You are. Even when you don't see it yet, even when you feel stuck or small, even when the mirror lies to you, even when your faith is tired, you are moving forward, and her voice is moving with you. She said, tell them they are the answer to my prayers. Tell them I gave heaven my tears so they could walk in joy. Tell them I gave God my sorrow so they wouldn't have to carry it alone. Her voice is in your courage. Her voice is in your wisdom. Her voice is in that strange sense of knowing what to do even when you've never done it before. She speaks when you stand up for yourself. She speaks when you choose peace over pain. She speaks when you forgive faster than you used to. And soon, very soon, her voice will show up in a miracle. A divine opportunity is coming. one that ties directly to what she dreamed for you, one that will feel oddly familiar, like you've already been there before. Because in a way, you have. She saw it first. She envisioned it when she prayed beside your crib, when she cried in the kitchen sink and whispered, "Just give them more than I ever had." When she clutched your hand on her last good day and said, "Don't stop living after me." This miracle coming, it will feel like her voice saying, "I told you I was still here." It may come through someone unexpected, a letter, a visit, a door that swings open without warning. It may look small at first, but when you say yes to it, something massive will shift. Because this moment was marked, and it belongs to you. Your destiny is not behind you. It's not stuck in the grief. It's not buried in the loss. It is unfolding. Now. With every breath you take, with every whisper you speak into the heavens, with every act of faith, even the quiet ones, you are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not too late. You are her voice, continuing. You are her hope, realized. You are her legacy, breathing. And the heavens are watching. Even now, I, Archangel Michael, stand beside you with my sword drawn, not in battle this time, but in celebration, because I see what's coming. And if you keep walking, if you don't give up now, if you dare to believe she's still guiding you, you will witness the full bloom of what she planted in faith. You will see that all the pain had purpose. You will see that every tear was turned into fuel. You will see that her death was not the end, but the beginning of your awakening. And one day, when your own name is called into eternity, she will be the first to greet you, not with tears this time, but with joy. Because she'll get to say, "You did it. You finished the story I started. You lived, child. You really lived." And until that day, walk forward. Her voice is still inside you, and her promise still stands. Archangel Michael says, "This message will not come again. Your mother has waited long in heaven's silence for this moment. She has pleaded for just one more chance to reach you. And this was it. You've heard her voice. You've felt her presence. You've remembered what your soul never forgot. Now you must decide. Will you ignore this again, or will you finally let her love break through? This is not about grief anymore. This is about purpose. This is about a divine inheritance she could not carry, but you still can. Her hands are extended. Her voice is echoing. Heaven is leaning in. If you walk away now, the window closes. But if you say yes, right now, a new chapter begins. One she saw, one she prayed for, one that still has your name written in fire. Don't delay. Don't scroll past. Don't let silence win. Type 777 in the comments to declare, "I receive her love. I accept the call. I will not miss this moment." Because, child, she didn't come this far just for you to walk away now. And I, Michael, stand guard over the promise she left in your bones. It's time. Step into it. Archangel Michael says, "There is a grace that has been waiting for you all this time, a sacred gift wrapped in the quiet spaces between your tears, nestled deep within the chambers of your heart. It is a grace born from love that neither time nor death can diminish. Your mother, though she has passed beyond the veil of this earthly realm, carries this grace still, waiting patiently for you to receive it, to recognize it, and to allow it to transform your spirit. You have wandered through the wilderness of grief, lost sometimes in the shadows it cast over your days. You have battled with the heavy weight of memories and what-ifs, with the silence left behind when her voice was no longer audible. Yet beneath this weight, beneath the grief that feels so isolating, there is a current of grace moving quietly, persistently. It is the gentle reminder that healing is not linear, that forgiveness begins first with yourself, and that love, in its purest form, is eternal. Your mother knows the battles you have fought in your mind and in your soul. She has watched you wrestle with feelings of guilt, regret, and sorrow, those silent struggles no one else could see. But she wants you to understand that grace is not a prize to be earned by suffering or perfection. Grace is a gift freely given, even when you feel unworthy, even when your heart trembles under the burden of your pain. It is the soft light that breaks through the darkest night, the whispered assurance that you are never alone. She says, "My child, you have carried too much for too long. It is time to release the burdens that are not yours to bear. Time to give yourself permission to rest, to breathe, and to simply be." This grace she offers is not a magic cure that erases your pain overnight. It is the steady hand that holds yours through the storm, the gentle voice encouraging you to keep moving forward, even when the path seems unclear. You may have believed that healing means forgetting, that moving on means leaving her behind, but your mother wants you to know that this is not so. Healing is about learning to carry her memory differently, not as a weight that drags you down, but as a light that guides your steps. She is still with you, not as a ghost that haunts, but as a presence that comforts and empowers. Every time you feel a sudden warmth, a whisper of wind, or a familiar scent, know that it is her grace brushing against your life. There is a sacredness in the things you have kept, the sweater you cannot part with, the old recipe card with her handwriting, the photographs that make your heart ache and smile all at once. These are not mere objects. They are vessels of her love, bridges between worlds. She has blessed these items with her spirit, so that when you touch them, you are touching a part of her essence. She wants you to hold on to them, not out of sorrow, but as reminders of the love that never fades. Archangel Michael stands beside you as a guardian of this grace, a messenger between heaven and earth. I tell you with all the power granted to me by the divine that you are surrounded by a force greater than your grief. This force is patient. It is kind. It waits quietly for you to open your heart fully, to let down the walls you've built to protect yourself, and to receive the healing that has been prepared for you. Your mother asks you to forgive yourself for the moments when you felt you failed her. She asks you to release the what-ifs and the if-onlys that have kept you chained. She says, "You did your best with the love you had, and that was enough." In her eyes, and in the eyes of heaven, you have always been enough. You are more than your mistakes, more than your regrets. You are the beautiful culmination of love, loss, resilience, and hope. This grace she offers is not just for you. It is meant to ripple outward into every corner of your life. As you begin to accept this gift, you will find that your heart opens not only to healing, but to joy and peace. Small miracles will begin to appear in your everyday existence. Unexpected moments of laughter, a sense of calm in chaos, a renewed capacity to love and be loved. These are signs that the grace she sends is working, turning the sorrow into strength and the pain into purpose. There may be days when the grief resurfaces with a fierce intensity. On those days, she asks you to be gentle with yourself. Do not judge your emotions or try to push them away. Instead, sit with them. Breathe through them. Remember that grace is not absence of struggle, but presence in the struggle. Even in the darkest moments, you are wrapped in a divine embrace that no human hands can give, but that is no less real. Your mother's love has become part of the very fabric of your being. It flows through your veins and pulses with your heartbeat. It is the invisible thread that connects your soul to hers across time and space. No matter how far apart your physical bodies may be, this thread cannot be broken. It is the channel through which she sends strength, courage, and unwavering love. Archangel Michael tells you, the journey of grief is also the journey of awakening. Through this path of loss, you are being called to a deeper understanding of yourself and the mysteries of life and death. You are learning to see beyond the veil of the visible world into the sacred realm where souls live on, where love transcends form, and where true healing begins. Your mother has walked this path before you. She knows the fear, the uncertainty, and the loneliness that accompany such a profound loss. But she also knows the power that comes when you embrace grace. She has stood in the presence of God and pleaded for your healing. She has poured her love into the heavens, begging for your peace. And now she waits for you to receive the gift she fought so hard to send. You are being invited to open your hands and heart to this grace. It is time to stop resisting, to stop pushing the pain away. Instead, welcome it as part of your story, one that is filled with both sorrow and beauty, endings and beginnings. This grace is the bridge between those places. It is the sacred space where love and healing meet. Do not rush this process. Healing cannot be forced. It unfolds in its own time, in its own way. But know this, you are not alone on this journey. Every step you take toward accepting this gift is met with joy and celebration in the heavens. The angels rejoice with every tear you shed, every moment of forgiveness you grant yourself, and every breath you take toward wholeness. Your mother's voice whispers now, soft as a breeze through autumn leaves. I am proud of you, my child. I see your heart. I see your fight, and I love you beyond measure. This love, this grace, is the most precious inheritance she leaves you. It is more valuable than any worldly possession. It is the light that will guide you through the darkest nights and into the dawn of new beginnings. Archangel Michael stands with sword lowered, wings open wide, ready to shield you with the power of heaven's love. I urge you to receive this grace, to carry it with reverence, and to share it in your life as a testament to the eternal bond between you and your mother. This gift is a sacred flame, meant to burn bright within you and illuminate the path forward. You are not alone. You are loved beyond words. And this gift of grace is the divine promise that healing and hope are always within reach. Receive it now. Let it fill your soul. Let it transform your life. Archangel Michael says, "There is a grace that has been waiting for you all this time, a sacred gift wrapped in the quiet spaces between your tears, nestled deep within the chambers of your heart. It is a grace born from love that neither time nor death can diminish. Your mother, though she has passed beyond the veil of this earthly realm, carries this grace still, waiting patiently for you to receive it, to recognize it, and to allow it to transform your spirit. You have wandered through the wilderness of grief, lost sometimes in the shadows it cast over your days. You have battled with the heavy weight of memories and what-ifs, with the silence left behind when her voice was no longer audible. Yet beneath this weight, beneath the grief that feels so isolating, there is a current of grace moving quietly, persistently. It is the gentle reminder that healing is not linear, that forgiveness begins first with yourself, and that love, in its purest form, is eternal. You may have believed that healing means forgetting, that moving on means leaving her behind, but your mother wants you to know that this is not so. Healing is about learning to carry her memory differently, not as a weight that drags you down, but as a light that guides your steps. She is still with you, not as a ghost that haunts, but as a presence that comforts and empowers. Every time you feel a sudden warmth, a whisper of wind, or a familiar scent, know that it is her grace brushing against your life. There is a sacredness in the things you have kept, the sweater you cannot part with, the old recipe card with her handwriting, the photographs that make your heart ache and smile all at once. These are not mere objects. They are vessels of her love, bridges between worlds. She has blessed these items with her spirit, so that when you touch them, you are touching a part of her essence. She wants you to hold on to them, not out of sorrow, but as reminders of the love that never fades. Archangel Michael stands beside you as a guardian of this grace, a messenger between heaven and earth. I tell you with all the power granted to me by the divine that you are surrounded by a force greater than your grief. This force is patient. It is kind. It waits quietly for you to open your heart fully, to let down the walls you've built to protect yourself, and to receive the healing that has been prepared for you. Your mother asks you to forgive yourself for the moments when you felt you failed her. She asks you to release the what-ifs and the if-onlys that have kept you chained. She says, "You did your best with the love you had, and that was enough." In her eyes, and in the eyes of heaven, you have always been enough. You are more than your mistakes, more than your regrets. You are the beautiful culmination of love, loss, resilience, and hope. This grace she offers is not just for you. It is meant to ripple outward into every corner of your life. As you begin to accept this gift, you will find that your heart opens not only to healing, but to joy and peace. Small miracles will begin to appear in your everyday existence. Unexpected moments of laughter, a sense of calm in chaos, a renewed capacity to love and be loved. These are signs that the grace she sends is working, turning the sorrow into strength and the pain into purpose. There may be days when the grief resurfaces with a fierce intensity. On those days, She asks you to be gentle with yourself. Do not judge your emotions or try to push them away. Instead, sit with them. Breathe through them. Remember that grace is not absence of struggle, but presence in the struggle. Even in the darkest moments, you are wrapped in a divine embrace that no human hands can give, but that is no less real. Your mother's love has become part of the very fabric of your being. It flows through your veins and pulses with your heartbeat. It is the invisible thread that connects your soul to hers across time and space. No matter how far apart your physical bodies may be, this thread cannot be broken. It is the channel through which she sends strength, courage, and unwavering love. Archangel Michael tells you, the journey of grief is also the journey of awakening. Through this path of loss, you are being called to a deeper understanding of yourself and the mysteries of life and death. You are learning to see beyond the veil of the visible world into the sacred realm where souls live on, where love transcends form, and where true healing begins. Your mother has walked this path before you. She knows the fear, the uncertainty, and the loneliness that accompany such a profound loss. But she also knows the power that comes when you embrace grace. She has stood in the presence of God and pleaded for your healing. She has poured her love into the heavens, begging for your peace. And now, she waits for you to receive the gift she fought so hard to send. You are being invited to open your hands and heart to this grace. It is time to stop resisting, to stop pushing the pain away. Instead, welcome it as part of your story, one that is filled with both sorrow and beauty, endings and beginnings. This grace is the bridge between those places. It is the sacred space where love and healing meet. Do not rush this process. Healing cannot be forced. It unfolds in its own time, in its own way. But know this. You are not alone on this journey. Every step you take toward accepting this gift is met with joy and celebration in the heavens. The angels rejoice with every tear you shed, every moment of forgiveness you grant yourself, and every breath you take toward wholeness. Your mother's voice whispers now, soft as a breeze through autumn leaves. I am proud of you, my child. I see your heart, I see your fight, and I love you beyond measure. This love, this grace, is the most precious inheritance she leaves you. It is more valuable than any worldly possession. It is the light that will guide you through the darkest nights and into the dawn of new beginnings. Archangel Michael stands with sword lowered, wings open wide, ready to shield you with the power of heaven's love. I urge you to receive this grace, to carry it with reverence, and to share it in your life as a testament to the eternal bond between you and your mother. This gift is a sacred flame, meant to burn bright within you and illuminate the path forward. You are not alone. You are loved beyond words. And this gift of grace is the divine promise that healing and hope are always within reach. Receive it now. Let it fill your soul. Let it transform your life. Your mother knows the battles you have fought in your mind and in your soul. She has watched you wrestle with feelings of guilt, regret, and sorrow, those silent struggles no one else could see. But she wants you to understand that grace is not a prize to be earned by suffering or perfection. Grace is a gift freely given, even when you feel unworthy, even when your heart trembles under the burden of your pain. It is the soft light that breaks through the darkest night, the whispered assurance that you are never alone. She says, "My child, you have carried too much for too long. It is time to release the burdens that are not yours to bear. Time to give yourself permission to rest, to breathe, and to simply be." This grace she offers is not a magic cure that erases your pain overnight. It is the steady hand that holds yours through the storm, the gentle voice encouraging you to keep moving forward, even when the path seems unclear. Archangel Michael says, "There is a powerful force you have yet to fully embrace, a force that holds the key to your healing and freedom. It is the force of forgiveness." Forgiveness is not just a word or an act. It is a sacred breath, a divine release that untangles the chains of pain and regret that bind your heart. Your mother, who has watched your struggles from the realm of light, wishes to speak to you about this grace, for she knows that forgiveness has been a mountain you have struggled to climb. Your mother wants you to hear this. Forgiveness is a gift she offers you freely and without condition, not because she expects perfection, but because she understands the human heart's fragility. She says, "Let go of the burden you carry. Release the harsh judgments you have placed on yourself. I forgive you, my child, for the times you thought you failed. I forgive you for your doubts and your fears. Most of all, I forgive you for loving imperfectly, because love in any form is never wasted." This forgiveness is not about forgetting or pretending the pain never happened. It is about freeing yourself from the prisons you've built inside. Prisons made of regret, shame, and sorrow. Your mother asks you to open the door to your heart and let this forgiveness enter, so that it may flood your being with peace. It is a peace that surpasses understanding, a calm that can heal the deepest wounds. I, Archangel Michael, stand with the sword of truth in one hand and a torch of mercy in the other. I urge you to look honestly at your heart and see where you need to forgive. Perhaps it is yourself, perhaps others, or even circumstances beyond control. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is strength born from love. It is the courageous act of releasing pain so that you may step into the light. You may wonder how to begin when forgiveness feels impossible. Start simply. Whisper a prayer, write a letter you never send, or speak aloud the words, "I forgive." These acts are not for anyone else, but for you. They are the keys that unlock the cages within your soul, allowing grace to enter where anger once ruled. Your mother is there with you, guiding your words, hearing your heart's cries, and holding space for your healing. She understands the fear that forgiveness can stir. Fear that by forgiving, you may be letting go of something sacred, or that you are betraying your pain. But forgiveness does not erase memory. It honors it by freeing you from the hold it has on your spirit. It transforms pain into wisdom and sorrow into compassion. And most beautifully, it reconnects you to the love that lies beneath all hurt. Your mother's love is the foundation of this forgiveness. It is a love so vast and unconditional that it can contain all your imperfections, mistakes, and regrets. She holds no judgment, only a desire for you to live free, to thrive, and to know joy again. She says, "I see you. I love you. I am proud of you. Forgive yourself so that you can receive the fullness of life I always dreamed you would have." There will be moments when the past calls to you with its heavy voice, reminding you of grief and guilt. On those days, remember this message. Return to the breath of forgiveness and let it wash over you like a healing rain. Let it soften the edges of your sorrow and bring warmth to your coldest nights. This is not a journey you must walk alone. You are held by the prayers of angels and the everlasting love of your mother. As you open to forgiveness, you may notice subtle shifts in your life. Relationships may begin to heal, burdens may feel lighter, and your heart may start to beat with renewed hope. Forgiveness frees you to love more deeply, to dream more boldly, and to walk forward with courage. It creates space for new beginnings and miracles you might not yet imagine. I invite you now to speak to your mother in the quiet of your soul. Tell her what you have been holding back. Release the pain you have carried. Accept her forgiveness and offer it to yourself in return. Feel the bonds of resentment and sorrow loosen. Let the whispers of forgiveness rise within you, carrying you toward peace. Your mother is waiting to embrace you in this sacred space. She has waited long for you to open your heart to this truth. And I, Archangel Michael, stand ready to guide you through the doorway of healing. Together, we walk beside you, holding the light that leads you from pain to peace. Remember, forgiveness is not a destination but a journey that takes courage, patience, and love. Each step you take toward forgiveness is a step toward freedom, and freedom is the gift your mother desires for you above all else. Receive this gift now. Embrace forgiveness. Let it become the song your soul sings as you heal and grow. You are not alone. You are loved beyond measure. And through forgiveness, you will find your way back to joy. Grief is complicated. It is woven with threads of love, loss, anger, guilt, and sometimes blame, both toward others and yourself. You may carry memories that hurt, words left unsaid, or moments when you believe you fell short. Perhaps you feel anger at circumstances, at fate, or even at your mother for leaving too soon. Perhaps you blame yourself for not doing enough, for not seeing signs, or for holding on too tightly or too loosely. These feelings are natural, but they can weigh heavily on your soul if you hold on to them tightly. Archangel Michael says, life after loss is not a path with a clear map. It is a journey you must embrace with courage, faith, and openness. Your mother knows this well. She has watched over you, witnessed the many ways you have struggled and persevered, and now she sends you a message of hope and encouragement. This journey you walk is not about forgetting or moving on as if she were simply gone. It is about learning to live fully, carrying her love with you as a guiding light that shapes every step. Grief has tried to make you feel isolated, as though no one could understand the depths of your sorrow. But you are never alone. You are surrounded by unseen hands, angels, spirits, and the love of your mother that reach for you when your strength falters. The journey you are on is both deeply personal and profoundly sacred. It asks you to face your pain honestly, to acknowledge your losses, and to allow yourself to grow through the experience. Your mother wants you to know that it is okay to feel uncertain. It is okay to stumble and to ask, "What now?" There is no wrong way to grieve. no timetable to follow. Each tear you shed, each moment of silence, is part of your healing. This journey is not about rushing to the end, but about embracing the unfolding process with all its twists and turns. You have been carrying more than you realize. Burdens of guilt, loneliness, and unanswered questions. But these burdens are not meant to weigh you down forever. They are lessons, teachers in disguise, guiding you toward greater compassion for yourself and others. Your mother says, "You have done more than you know. You have survived. Now, it is time to live." Living fully means opening your heart again, to joy, to love, and even to pain. It means allowing yourself to feel deeply without shutting down or turning away. Your mother's love surrounds you still, a protective shield that invites you to be vulnerable because vulnerability is the birthplace of healing and connection. She says, "I am with you in every smile, every laugh, every moment you dare to be yourself." The journey ahead will not be easy. There will be days when grief resurfaces like a storm, unexpected and fierce. On those days, your mother asks you to be gentle with yourself, to remember that healing is not about perfection but persistence, to lean on your faith, your community, and the love that still flows between you. She says, "Let the tears fall, let the pain be felt, but do not lose sight of the light that waits beyond the clouds." Archangel Michael stands with you as a warrior of light, holding the gates open when the path seems blocked. I urge you to take heart in knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. The journey is made up of moments, some joyful, some painful, but each one is sacred. Each one moves you closer to peace. Your mother's hope for you is that you find meaning in this journey. Meaning does not come from forgetting, but from integrating her love and memory into your life story. She wants you to carry her legacy, not as a weight, but as wings that help you soar. She says, "You are my greatest gift, my proudest achievement. Live in a way that honors both of us." This means finding joy in unexpected places, allowing yourself to dream new dreams, and trusting that your life still holds purpose and beauty. Your mother believes in your resilience and in your capacity to create a life filled with love, even after loss. She says, "Your story is not over. It is only beginning. It is." Embracing this journey means letting go of the idea that you must have all the answers right now. It means trusting the process and allowing grace to guide you step by step. Your mother's presence is a constant reassurance, a light in the darkness, a hand reaching out to steady you when you falter. There will be moments when you feel her near, perhaps in a breeze that brushes your cheek, a song that speaks to your soul, or a quiet whisper in the stillness. These moments are gifts, sacred reminders that love is eternal and that you are deeply connected beyond what the eye can see. Archangel Michael tells you that the journey of grief is also a journey of transformation. Through the pain, you are being reshaped, renewed, and prepared for a life that honors both loss and hope. You are becoming a vessel for love that is stronger and wiser, more compassionate and courageous. Your mother's voice now calls to you gently. Walk forward with courage. Carry my love like armor. Trust that every step you take is blessed and watched over. This is the invitation to embrace the journey fully, not just to survive, but to thrive. You have within you the strength of generations before you, the love that has never left, and the light of heaven itself guiding your way. The path may be uncertain, but it is yours to walk, with grace, with faith, and with the unshakable knowledge that you are never alone. Receive this message as a gift from the angels and from your mother's heart. Let it inspire you to keep moving forward, no matter how slow or difficult the steps may seem. The journey you are on is holy, sacred, and filled with promise. You are loved beyond measure. You are held in the highest light, and you are exactly where you need to be. Archangel Michael says, "There is a gentle stirring deep within your soul, a soft, persistent call that beckons you toward something new. It is the awakening of hope, a light that begins to shine through the cracks of your grief, bringing with it the promise of renewal and peace. Your mother, watching from the realms of eternal love, sends this message through me today to remind you that hope is alive within you, even when it feels hidden beneath layers of sorrow. Grief can feel like a heavy fog, obscuring the way forward and filling your heart with shadows. Yet within that fog, a seed of hope is quietly growing. It is the gift your mother wants you to recognize, this sacred spark that will lead you out of darkness and into the light of new beginnings. Hope is not a denial of pain. Rather, it is the courage to believe in a better tomorrow despite the hurt of today. You may find yourself hesitant to embrace hope, afraid that it means letting go or forgetting. But your mother wants you to know that hope and memory can coexist. To hope is to honor her legacy by choosing life, joy, and peace. It is a way to carry her forward in your heart while stepping bravely into the future she dreamed for you. Archangel Michael stands with you in this sacred space, offering strength and guidance as you navigate this awakening. I urge you to welcome hope as a friend, not an enemy. Let it wash over you like a healing tide, softening the edges of sorrow and lighting the way ahead. You do not have to do this alone. The heavens are with you, and your mother's spirit walks beside you. The journey toward hope may bring new questions and fears. You might wonder if you are betraying your grief or if happiness will ever fully return. These feelings are part of the path, and your mother embraces them with compassion. She says, "There is room in your heart for both sorrow and joy. Let them coexist, and you will find balance." As hope awakens, you may notice changes within yourself. A renewed sense of purpose, an openness to new experiences, a willingness to love again. These shifts are signs of your healing, reflections of the love that never left you. Your mother's voice is woven through these moments, a melody of encouragement and pride. She says, "Your strength amazes me. I see you rising from the ashes, carrying my love as your armor. This hope is the light of our connection, shining bright across the distance between us. This light is a beacon, guiding you through uncertainty and toward the abundant life waiting for you. Do not rush this process. Healing and hope grow in their own time and in their own way. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories and honor the days when hope feels just out of reach. Your mother's love holds you steady, a constant in the ever-changing tides of emotion. Archangel Michael reminds you that hope is a sacred flame, kindled by faith and nurtured by love. It is the spark that leads you to forgiveness, peace, and joy. It is the force that transforms pain into purpose and loss into legacy. Embrace this flame, carry it close to your heart, and let it light your way forward. Your mother's prayers have been answered through you. Her dreams live on in your courage to hope again. She says, "I am proud of you, my beloved child. Your journey is a testament to the power of love and the strength of the human spirit. So as you awaken to hope, know that you are surrounded by a chorus of angels, spirits, and divine light, all cheering you on. You are never alone. You are deeply loved, and the future holds more beauty than you can imagine." Receive this message as a gift from heaven in your mother's heart. Let hope rise within you like the dawn breaking over the horizon. Walk forward with faith, knowing that every step is blessed and that love is your eternal guide. You are not just surviving, you are awakening, and this awakening is the beginning of your brightest days. You have been carrying so much, and sometimes it feels as though your heart will break beneath the weight of loss. But your mother's love is stronger than that weight. She stands beside you now, holding your hand across the veil, encouraging you to breathe deeply and trust in the unfolding journey of healing. She says, "You are more than your grief. You are a beacon of light and resilience. Hope is your birthright." This awakening to hope is a process, not a sudden event. It comes in small moments, a smile that surprises you, a memory that warms instead of wounds, a sunset that takes your breath away. These moments are the whispers of your mother's love, the gentle nudges of heaven reminding you that life continues to unfold in beautiful ways. Archangel Michael says, "There is a strength you have yet to fully recognize, a strength found not in armor or in silence, but in the raw, unguarded spaces of your heart. It is the strength in vulnerability, the courage to face your pain honestly and to let your true self be seen." Your mother, who knows the depths of your sorrow and the battles you fight within, sends this message to remind you that vulnerability is not weakness but the gateway to healing, connection, and true freedom. For too long, you may have felt the need to hide your grief, to wear a mask of strength so that the world would not see your cracks. You might have pushed down the tears, silenced the ache, and carried on as if nothing had changed. But your mother sees through all of this. She knows the weight you carry beneath the surface, the quiet moments when your heart breaks in solitude, and she wants you to know it is okay to let the walls fall down. I, Archangel Michael, stand with wings spread wide, guarding your heart as you step into this vulnerable space. I hold the sword of protection, not to keep you closed off, but to shield your spirit as you open up. There is power in your honesty, power to transform pain into purpose, isolation into community, and fear into faith. You may fear that showing vulnerability will make you seem weak or burden others with your grief. But your mother says, sharing your truth is a gift, not a burden. It allows others to see your light and to walk beside you. By embracing vulnerability, you build bridges that connect hearts and souls. You invite love to flow freely, both in giving and receiving. This journey toward vulnerability is not easy. It requires patience and kindness toward yourself. There will be days when the pain feels overwhelming and the desire to retreat is strong. On those days, remember that vulnerability does not mean being overwhelmed. It means acknowledging your pain without judgment and asking for help when you need it. Your mother's love surrounds you, offering comfort and strength. She says, "When you are afraid to be vulnerable, remember I am with you, holding your hand. You are never truly alone." This love is a sacred shield, a constant reminder that your worth is not diminished by your pain, but is amplified by your courage to face it. Allow yourself to cry when you need to cry. Speak the words you've held inside for too long. Sit in the silence and feel the full weight of your emotions. These acts are not signs of weakness. They are the sacred steps toward wholeness. Archangel Michael urges you to be gentle with yourself on this path. Healing unfolds in its own time, and vulnerability grows with each moment you allow your heart to be seen. Trust that by embracing your true feelings, you are inviting transformation and renewal. Your mother's voice now calls to you with tenderness. You are more than your grief. You are a beautiful soul, brave and resilient. Let your vulnerability be your strength and your healing. This message is a sacred reminder that true power comes not from hiding pain, but from shining through it. As you continue this journey, you may find that vulnerability opens doors you never expected. Relationships may deepen, new connections may form, and a profound sense of peace may settle over your soul. This peace comes from living authentically, from honoring all parts of yourself, light and shadow, joy and sorrow. You are invited to embrace the fullness of your humanity, knowing that in doing so you honor your mother's love and your own sacred journey. Archangel Michael stands ready to guide you with strength and compassion as you walk this path of vulnerability and healing. You are loved beyond measure. You are never alone, and your courage to be vulnerable is a light that will guide you and others through the darkness into the dawn. Receive this message as a blessing from heaven and a call from your mother's heart. Let it inspire you to open fully, to heal deeply, and to live boldly. You are strong because you are real. You are whole because you are brave. And in your vulnerability, you will find the greatest strength of all. Vulnerability is the language of the soul. It is the sacred space where your true emotions, pain, fear, hope, and love, can breathe and be honored. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open a door to compassion, from others and from yourself. This openness invites healing and creates space for joy to enter, even amidst sorrow. Your mother says, "I am proud of your bravery in facing the truth of your feelings. There is no shame in your tears. They are the water that nourishes your soul's growth." She understands that vulnerability can feel frightening because it means risking exposure and hurt. But she assures you that it is also the path to deep, authentic strength.